Hey everybody, Dimitri here with Serg Supply, and today we're taking a day off from work. Let's dig right in. All right, so we are in the unspoken backbone of the van community, and that is Walmart. Shout out to Walmart. I don't know what we'd do without you. We picked up a few essentials, and we are actually, believe it or not, crazy thing, I'm taking some time off of work. We're gonna go out to the Redwood Forest and camp with some family. The wonderful part about having a van a lot of the time is actually letting other people use it. And we have a very close friend of ours who's coming, or they're coming with their newborn. So they're going to sleep inside the van. This thing's currently packed out for 6 people for 4 nights. So this guy's full. It's going to be a heavy drive on the way over, but we're going to have a good time, and I'm going to record and share everything along the way. Now, I went through the essentials. I just filmed another video about that should post up here anytime or sometime soon. But I stopped at Walmart to pick up a few core items. Obviously, number 1 is going to be our propane for a grill. Number 2, they're in the back. They are little pods for the little pee-pee poo-poo station. Shout out to Zeke for the pee-pee poo-poo tips. Just kidding. But actually, yes, Zeke, thank you for letting me know that you should be putting some treatment in your flushing water before you go out on a trip. It has made this trip a heck of a lot less stinky. And then one thing that I found in there that we don't have on our van that I wish we had every single time I go out there are these guys. I picked up some RV levels. They just stick on. I hate leveling the van, and I never have the levels anywhere in the van, so I'm kind of just eyeballing it. And by the time I realize the van is slightly off kilter, it's like 3 in the morning, and I don't want to get back out to put another leveling pad down. So this guy is super clutch. Let's hit the road, folks. All right, guys, we made it here. We're at the Avenue of the Giants. Let's take a few steps back. I want to show you this incredible campsite and view. We had to reserve this ahead of time. If you haven't been here before, this place is amazing, and I see a lot of vans here, so I'm happy that I'm not the only one who's decided to suffer in the way of building out one of these. So, yeah, let's get offloaded, get the campsite set up. I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. So we're here at the site. I've got these guys I just picked up at Walmart. I've got a very crooked van. So we're gonna crack this guy open, and I'm just gonna put these down with you, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I know for a fact I need one leveling me this way, and I need one leveling me this way. So here's the edge of my bed, and I'm thinking right here. And then the next one that is going to be pretty important. Really not a whole lot of great real estate, but I'll tell you what, I'll put it on the side of my voodoo ladder here. There you go. So let me peel this adhesive off. Excuse me. All right. Tell you what, this would be my best reference right here. No, I don't like it. I'm going to put it right here on the edge of this door, because I know this door is square, cabinet's relatively square. And so now, as you can see, we've got some leveling work to do here. And I also picked these guys up from Walmart as well. These are my leveling pads. So put these on the ground. I'm just gonna shove one under here, and then I'll just do a 2 block there. Let's see if this does the job. So I know you guys can't see this. We are way off. I'm gonna have to go a little bit further, which is kind of nice. So what I've done is I've like overrolled onto these, and I can kind of just rock myself in position. So I've got 2 blocks where it's too low. I'm gonna move on to the 4 blocks. I'm gonna pull the van forward a few feet, maybe not a few feet, maybe a few inches. Oh, I don't know if that's enough, but we'll see. When you're sitting on like 9,000 pounds, it's hard to tell if you're, okay, we are actually almost there. I'm gonna back up, move one of those blocks over, try to get on top of 5, and I think we're gonna be golden. Let's pull off of it completely. There we go. That's the sound of me hitting my door up against the a tree. Sorry, tree. Okay, here we go. Try to use this one pad maybe as a little bit of a transition. I actually don't think that's gonna do a whole lot. I say we go for all the glory here, get all 6 blocks. This is gonna be tough, but See how it goes. Take a little bit more. I think that's it. But so I've got it on the leveling pads, and let's go back and look at this now. That is perfect. So we're level. We're level. We're good. Maybe like front to back, it's not flawless, but left to right, we're exactly where we want to be. And yeah, I guess if you're not such a monkey and you're a little bit better at these things, that go quicker, but that wasn't too bad at all. So let's get it unpacked, start camping. All right, night one was a success. Apparently sleeping in the van was very comfortable. I wouldn't know. It started raining in the middle of the night in my little tent over here. But either way, beautiful place to stay. Now, a little bit about the place that we're at. It's called the Burlington Campground. Shout out to Tristan if you're watching this. I know you've been here. It's an amazing place, and more so my type of speed for van style camping, because it's not super boondocky. You're still out here in the middle of the woods. You've got amazing trails nearby. You can be secluded if you want to be. You can be around people if you want to be. But more importantly, this place has the facilities. And by that, I mean they've got some nice bathrooms that are cleaned every morning. They've got showers, so you just pay a couple quarters. You can take a nice warm shower. And they have plenty of fill ports for me to refill my fresh water underneath my van in case I run out. So for that reason, Burlington Campground is kind of the GOAT. So if you're thinking about going to the area, I'm gonna take a little walk here soon and get some footage of the trails nearby, and hopefully there's something worth exploring. Okay, so we made it to the Rockefeller Trailhead. It connects to a bunch of other trails out here, and there's a lot of really cool fallen trees, things people have chopped to clear the trails, and other mess in between. Really beautiful place. I'll say that parking over on the Rockefeller Trailhead side is a little tighter. I will find out the name of the other spot with a bit of a bigger lot. So for Sprinter 144s, that Rockefeller Trail lot is going to be tight. For 170s, turn around and go back where you came, because it's going to be rough, or I guess extended model vans. Now we're going to be releasing some Serg Supply shoes here. They're only going to be $900 and made completely of black hex. Check out this behemoth here. The bark is like 5 or 6 inches thick all around. It's pretty insane. Just one fingertip width, like 10 years. I read earlier on a plaque that a tree that's 15 feet in diameter averages about 1,400 years of age. So this one, maybe 10 feet, definitely was around when gas was less than $1 a gallon. Okay, our little nature walk is done. I apologize, I never found the bigger parking lot. I don't know where it is, but I'm sure if you just look on a map somewhere, we can figure it out. But overall, pretty epic. If you're gonna stay at the Burlington Campground or nearby, I would check it out. Okay, folks, it is day 4 now. We are wrapped up and ready to go. The van's currently peeing on the ground, and in case you're curious on use, we ended up using exactly all 24 gallons in our freshwater tank, and our power system is down to just below 50%. So if you wanted to take this trip 4 days long, you could definitely get away with it with about 400 amp hours. Now, mind you, we had a baby sleeping in the van, so there's a fan running at all times. We were charging power banks and devices from the van at all times, and the lights were on probably the whole time, and an isotherm DR130 was sucking quite a bit of juice. But didn't get any solar because of the trees, barely charged, driving a few miles on the alternator. Overall, 400 amp hours to get you through very, very comfortably, and you don't really have to conserve power. And if you just conserve a little bit, 200 amp hours should do you just fine. But that just wraps it up for the Burlington campground. Again, very clean, very fun, very beautiful place, and lots of trails nearby to take a look at. So if you guys are thinking about coming, do it, have fun, be safe, and happy building.